Greetings everyone and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Citizen Sleeper, my friends. Guys, I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're having a wonderful and joyful day today. By the way, look behind me. I've got a new plant over there. I think by the end of Citizen Sleeper I will be living in a freaking jungle. You will only probably see my face. And I still need a couple of stuff for behind the shelf, like I know, a little bobblehead or so. Anyways, we've got a lot to do, guys. We've got a lot to do. Well, first and foremost, we're gonna be doing a couple of these things, like thing to disable all tracker. That's the most important thing. The sealed dock is for our buddy Neo vent. He wants to be free, but therefore we need a ship mined, which is probably in the ore exchange, but therefore we need to probably play at the stock market or something. But we'll go with Fang first. As you arrive, Fang comes striding towards you, taking you by surprise. Let's go, Sleeper! He puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you back the way you came. Huh? Go where? To see Hardenhurst! Isn't that what you here? To see Hardenhurst! Isn't that what you were here for? Sorry for the hurry, but we have something of an opportunity, you know? He steps into the passageway, guiding you downring towards the shipyard. The data you ripped, well done by the way, tells me Harden is making a rare inspection of the sidereal horizon this cycle. It is the perfect chance to confront him outside of what compound he's hiding in. Fang takes a sharp turn out in a dimly lit passage. Sidereal horizon? Huh? Still catching up? That's the massive colony ship being built out of shipyard. The biggest commission Heavenage has ever had. Fang slows and slips into dark service tunnel where somewhere a water pipe drips in the black. It's him, Sleeper. The same Hardenhurst. Our worm ripped out decades of records that mentioned by name. An entire trial of documentations for the first day of the Solheim collapse until now. You rode out the whole thing, slipping into Heavenage when it first broke off the Union. He paces in the tunnel, a hand rubbing at the back of his head. I need you to understand something about Solheim, Sleeper. I don't know what you know about the collapse, but it wasn't an instant as it's out. It was like Solheim was here running the station one day, and the next, boom, Erlin's Union took over. Back then Solheim knew this place was slipping away from them. As the palladium market collapsed, they tried to keep the contractors here working. You know, the pay got smaller, the cost got higher and everything. People like my parents were forced to work non-stop just to keep a breath on the station and water in their tanks. Solheim squeezed out every last worker until the mistakes, the accidents, were coming in non-stop. And as new waves of contractors came in, desperate to work, Solheim welcomed them, taking bribes instead of checking pilot licenses. The whole time Solheim was folding up, dragging into court cases in Central System, while this severed limp of a station still desperately tried to take all it could. The riots came after the collision at Dock 2A. Young pilot, his MIV overloaded with palladium, miscalculated his trajectory and took out a section of the ring. Hundreds died back then. Thousands panicked. My parents told me people were terrified and the blame fell squarely on Solheim. People like to tell stories about Erlin, how he brought the faction together, spoke to the crowd, turned out Solheim. Maybe that's true. But my mother, pregnant with me, locked herself in their MEV and welded it to the dock while my father joined the improvised crew trying to seal up the wrecked edges of the gap. Never came back. Fang paused in the dark. They sealed it up though. And by the time they did, Solheim was gone. Oh, they sealed it up though. And by the time they did, Solheim was gone. Abandoning every one of us in the black. Apart. Fang finally turns back to you now. His eyes burning. From shits like Harden, shits who held their place, rode it out and slipped into the new structure like nothing had Feng starts walking again. That's why I can just let him start out the shipyard. This time, his past catches up with him. He is mad about this, and I understand. But what are we going to do? Are you going to kill him? There's probably thousands of copies of him inside the system. We should think about it. Feel free, but I'm going now. Feng rejoins the main passageway, which is now wide and glass-roofed. Through the ceiling you can see the ships in mid-construction, their flanks lit by the flashes of plasma torches. The entrance to the shipyard is ahead. Who are we gonna go? Are we gonna go? Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, we're gonna go. Let's go, man. Let's just go. What do we have to lose? You know, we've got a tracker in our head. The hunter is coming. Probably gonna be dead anyway soon. If he doesn't remove the chip. So I don't think we have any choices. Let's go show the shithead some consequences. He strides to the shipyard entrance and pushes through the doors. A web of corridors lead through the complex. Snatches of the construction bay always appearing through windows. Ships are suspended like whale corpses, skeletal imposing. Feng seems to know exactly where he is going. And before long, you cross into a huge dry dock, locked to one side of the sidereal horizon. A network of platforms and scaffolding cling to the ship's hull, filled with workers and equipment. The sound is stretched out by the vast space so that the welding, cutting and sealing seems to come from everywhere at once. Both you and Feng spot them at the same time, a group, walking slowly across the gantry. And at the front, two men, one gesturing towards the ship and the other, stick-thin, cleanly dressed, with a shock of grey hair. Harden. You and Feng say his name in unison, and Feng sets off up the staircase to a gantry, with you following behind. As you come to the same level, the group is passing closer, the foreman gesturing to the work being done throughout the dock, and Harden nodding along. Harden Hurst! Feng shouts across the noise, taking you by surprise. His voice bounced and came back in a rippling echo. The figures turn. Uh-oh. Oh, is that Harden? He looks like a, you know? He looks a little bit like a gangster, a scum. Yeah? Harden asks, quizzically, raising an eyebrow. He glances between you and Feng, and you see his gaze linger on your body, unsure of why a sleeper might be in this place. You're a traitor, Harden! A solemn executive who tried to hide here, among its victims! Feng's voice is steady and strong. You stand for everything the Eye was rebuilt in the shadow of, everything Erlen stood for, everything Heaven stands for. You have no place on the station. For a moment, stillness descends on the group, as if everyone was held in place by the rattle of construction. Harden laughs. Haha, well, good to meet you too. He glances around at those around him. Some are smiling, others nervous. You are from the system branch, are you not? Inspecting Feng's clothing. Feng returns to the foreman. You need to call your security. This man is a corporate agent. The foreman glances between Feng and Harden, his hand drumming at his sides. Harden leans forward. Sorry guys. Harden leans towards him and says something inaudible. The foreman nods. Are we gonna say? Are we going to involve ourselves more or not? More or not? We just have a name and some files. Maybe this is the 100th copy of him. Maybe this is his grandkid. I'm going to stay silent for now. Feng holds up a stick of memory. You guessed right. I am Systems, and I have records that link you directly to Solheim right here in my hand. So once again, I'm asking you to take this man into custody to the shipyard. of the shipyard. The foreman remains still. Hardin's voice is calm, measured. If you have such data, why hasn't it been submitted at the members' meeting for proper review? Shakes his head. I have nothing to hide. Unlike a man who does not announce his name, who enters my shipyard with corporate property in tow, and tries to turn my own men against me. You hear it now. The echoing sound of boots on walkways coming from all angles at once, and then settling behind you. Please, submit the data through the correct channels and then we can talk. For now, however, you must leave. He gestures behind you to the security details, their hands on boxy black sidearms at their sides. Fang spits. Hardin, you shithead! You can't wriggle out of this one! A security officer draws their weapons and levels it. Fang turns and stares him down. Calm, Fang. We are screwed. Calm him down. You look at Fang. He shakes his head and puts a hand on your shoulder. Let's go! And he pushes through security, heading back down the walkway.
We almost died there! Fuck!
Once security has walked you out of the shipyard and nudged you back into the corridor, Fang picks up pace. You try to keep up as he slips into the shadows of an entrance. Fang is grinning, ear to ear.
You know, Sleeper, sometimes people are exactly how you expect them to be.
Something pings in his pocket and he takes it out. On the slate, a web of connection starts drawing itself out, stretching to a set of points around the rig.
Got him!
What is that?
That, Sleeper, is something our worm added to Hardin's personal slate. We are tracking his outgoing messages. The old ways are best. Spook them good enough and they'll give this game away.
He jabs at the slate and you see the web is being drawn over a map of the rings. Lines bouncing from point to point.
All these dots? These are Hardin's buddies. The ones he's messaging right now. And we are going to find them all.
But that was on purpose.
Of course, Hardin isn't working alone. We need the full set of nothing. We better split up for now, Sleeper, but this is exactly what we need. Good hunting.
Ho, 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 Fang, the tracker. With a pat on your shoulder, Fang drifts away, back into the flow of people around the shipyard entrance. You watch him go, unsure whether to be angry or impressed. Fang. Bro, dude. You more or less set us up, I do understand it, but... Jesus, Fang, we only got 1 day! Ever since your trip to the shipyard, Fang has been missing from this bay. What's going on? No, 4 days of cycle. We are screwed. Are we going to die? Are we going to die? That's something I do not like. We're going to keep our points, guys, because we're going for these two. We need two grid points. Okay. We are a little bit screwed. God damn it. The next cycle we are getting hunted. Someone is tracking you. Okay. That's very bad. Very, 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 very bad. We need energy. We need some... First, we're gonna go eat some. We're gonna go eat some. We've got just enough. There you go. Ah, Emphas. Give us something. Thanks. Now, I guess let's play in the stock market for as best as we can. That makes a 5. What is a neutral outcome? I don't know what the neutral outcome is, but let's try the maximum one, 100% positive, and see if this thing goes up. It does with +2. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Let's do this one then again. Neutral outcome is not that bad. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Just good. We're at 42 now. That's good. That's good. Let's see. Can we do something at the bar? We can probably work there a little bit. Ah, has a negative outcome. Don't think I want to do that. How much is our hunter tracker? We can hack one thing more. Keynote. A lone connection feeds into isolate nodes. It last access timestamp is 1000 cycles ago. We can use a 1, of course. Damn, no cash gained. Not bad, not bad, not bad. But we've got an encrypted key. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. I think we will leave the hunter be for now. Is there anything? The merchant freighter. You did nothing that extraordinary except for take our money. Okay, how is it going with you? Can I help you a little bit? 25% negative. And negative is grounded. Well, okay. I'm okay with being grounded. There we go. Ship state +1. Perfect. All is good for now. Ah, god damn it. Are we going to sleep here? Can we not sleep here, please? Can we not sleep here, please? Please? Please, we're gonna die sooner or later otherwise. Oh no, guys. Moment of truth. Gonna end the cycle here. Are we going to be dead? Ominous sound. Okay. Ethan. Hey! Hold it there, sleeper! Don't you run! Cynical bounty hunter. He's got a gun. I love his shirt. I love his high tucked up high pants, cargo pants with tucked up shirt. Ooh. Run. Stay still. Run. Stay still. Run. Stay still. If we run, he shoots. Ah, what do we do? Let's say... choices, guys! What do we do? Hold it there, sleeper. Don't you run. Stay still. Good, 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 good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins around you. He's wearing a white smirk and a slick jacket. And you immediately know he's terrible news. You got all the way out here. And then stayed put. That's a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun as he levels at your chest. You noticed a handgun he has leveled on your chest. And it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out of a belt loop without taking eyes of you. Making into the eye. Tough, it's pretty good. This place isn't so bad, you know, bars, market people. I pulled most of my contracts out from asteroid caves or, you know, off god-forsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through, you know. Let's keep talking. Who are you? I'm just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrist. Go easy. Make a break for it! You see a chance! The moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings, you spin, knock him away and sprint down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing through the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze, and Ethan closes the gap. It's a very boring routine, trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the ring over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start walking. To the ship and home. And going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. can work this out, please. Can we? I don't see much in the way of assets in your possession. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way down out here to just head back to SNR right away. The tracker of yours makes it too damn quick. But damn, the freaking thing should have taken out that tracker. I was hoping you'd put up a bit more of a chase, you know? A running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on the silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNR tracker will be the death of you. Now, I have an idea. Listen to me. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. I have a better idea. Better be not one of those where you do dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, I got myself thinking, what's the rush here, you know? We are here in one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate system, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on the silence. Okay, here's the idea. You and me make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye. I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me. I shoot you, but... He smiles. You come meet me at an establishment of my choice. Every few cycles, and you pay my tab. I don't shoot you. You don't pay my tab. You get the idea. I get it. Okay, so he leaves us. More or less run free as long as we pay his stay here. If you don't pay it, he shoots us. Okay. Okay then, that sounds like sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, really, I thought I was going to have to kill you. But this is so much better. He clicks something at his belt, and the rings release from your wrist. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the Compressors Club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you, that body of yours is one big tracker. So don't even think about leaving the eye, I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? Wow, that's a very good question! That's an amazing question! Maybe if you manage to pay his tab, Ethan will leave you alone. Wishful thinking perhaps, but what else can you do? I hope our buddy Fang does come to his, or fulfills his end of the bargain. Compressors Club. You see Ethan at the distance, shouting from the bar from more drinks. The bill isn't going to be small, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have got 4 cycles. Technically speaking, here we got 3 cycles. So hopefully, technically speaking, he guy will technically remove the freaking cycle out of my head. And then we can maybe survive. But we need bodies. We need bodies, we need friends. We've got only 42. That's not good. That's not great. That's not amazing. First thing we gotta do is probably eat. I know we will lose a lot of cash, but we need the energy. We are filled, which is good. That's one thing. Fang is still on the outside. Out of office. Very bad, very bad, very much stressful. Shipyard. What are you guys doing? Assisting shipbuilding? Nope, 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 nope. We know what we gotta do. We will leave Ankita on passive. And we will go play on the exchange market. 100% positive. Yeah, you know, maybe we can do with this one. Neutral. No, let's go with 100% positive. Probably we can fill it in one go. Yes, and cryo and trust trader. Good, let's get back. Ort fabricator, exactly what we needed. 3. Good freaking damn it that we built it, that we bought one, I mean. Oh, it needed 3. Oh, it's such a good thing that we wasted cash before. We have got a fabricator. We have got a fabricator and we have upgraded our drive as well. Now, we can re-roll all of our dice once per roll. Agent nodes give double data. I still have no clue. What are we going to do with the double data? Agents, double data. We have not used the data for nothing. Heavenage data. What do we do with this? A cache of raw data from Heavenage hardware. Who do we sell it to? Who do we give it to? I don't understand. I don't know. Can I sell it to you, please? No, you don't want it. Oh, that's useless. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe at the low end, but we need cash for that to get there. So, no choice, but to probably. Did she need I think she disable your tracker. Fix. I know that we needed 2 ship mines. I thought that we needed 1 for her. How about we first of all go to a new event? There we go. You've got your ship mined. What kind of monstrosity or demon will we release? New event 33. Sleeper. Must express plan before we begin. Neuved is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine clearly too much to take. Shipmind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. Oh, you won't be able to speak? What's the plan? Tell me. Neuved, you're a very strange machine. We don't know nothing about you. The servo motors in the machine begin to... Oh, the servo motors. The servo motors... Motors? 3, 2, 8. The servo motors in the machine begin to rev. Neuvend's anxiety clearly. First imprint shipmind, then slot imprinted shipmind in the physical ports close to Hunter nest. Once slotted will track Hunter at each. Tracking will find core nest slot shipmind at core nest. Show Hunter data to Hunter. Hunter will conclude sentient. Hunter will invoke killer. Sounds simple enough. The light on the vending machine. Cycle as new event prepares. Physical ports likely sealed in old station. Will need keys, but yes, simple. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? I cannot access via network, too dangerous. Hunter will find immediately. I'm not like you, hybrid. I'm native to cloud, easy prey. What is the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocol must keep data outside self. Link to secondary nest. Can triangulate from here. Okay, just print, man. The sound of all the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeching rattler from the hard surface of the sealed dock. And come back at all angles. New event better be quick or Heaven's security will be here. Neovent's voice appears among the squeals, like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms aligned with the shipmind, clingily scrapping against this. Can I help? Silence best. Also, if machine ignite, put out fire. Wow. Okay, I will put out the fire. The metal creaks of the servo open the shipmind. Its layer is silicon nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing and rewriting them, imprinting new event into this physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What process were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structure of that person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility? What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person, and in what ways are you something new? It's a good question. You know this much. You are a convenient loophole. A way of Circumnavigating the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human. But what would you become if you could escape this frame? Then, where then would the limits lie? I imagine if we put our minds into this whole station, we can take over everything. The screeching stops. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartments, the ship mind is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is Neuvent inside that thing? Or did the process fail? There's only one way to know. Time to find a nest to slot them in. Okay. Another upgrade point. Oh, we've got 3 points. Well, then let's just go with, this one, since we've got the rest already. Where is he? Deal with the hunter. Hunter is constantly tracking you, but the new event helps you. But with new event help, you may be able to deal with this rogue protocol. Okay. What is this? What is this? Server unit. This is where we are going to go. And another hunter nest. The atrium. Server unit. Drone bay. Well, let's first start here at the center. We've got 1 key to few, but that's okay. We can deal with that later. We can find another key if need be. There we go. This one is opened up. Let's go inside. Among the webs of cables you find a free port compatible with the ship mind. It's all new event from here. This is one of the 3 nests that, once slotted with new event ship mind, will lead you to the hunter's central data cache. Okay, slot in. Do your thing. Do your diggly thing. Okay. Oh, nice. Hunter hunted. Okay, can we go through the next one? We can. Slot it in. Oh, a key. Yeah. First the key. Good. Leave. Go in again. Slot in the ship mind. Come on, new event, you can do this. Well, if you make a monstrosity out of new event, I don't think that's a big of a trouble, because we have access to him as well. Ort fabricator. And now this one, but we have 1 key to few. 1 key to few, and if I'm not mistaken, those keys came from Yatagan agent, Avalanche agent. We are missing 1 key, guys. We are missing a key. Can we? Got a problem here. Are the rewards different? For example, from this Avalanche agent, what will we get? A 2 or a 3? A 2 or a 3? A 1. But the hunter will find us now. Probably. What will we get? Data or a key? Oh no, we've got Yatagan data. That's not what we wanted, but the hunter is here. Shoot! Those familiar threads wrap around you, bind you, test you. Entity submit. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. In that globed head, you see the whirling strings of data. So many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the thin skin and whip out the void around. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. Strike it! You lash out at once, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they are broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Oh, we have lost a lot of status. We've lost a lot of status. Can we... there was a 2 or a 3 for both sides, I think. Yeah, 2 or 3. We are screwed. We can do nothing with that. We can do nothing with that. We are a little bit screwed, and we've got nothing else. With nothing else. I think it's time to work at the Ort Exchange. No, we do not need that anymore. What do we do? I think we're gonna work here for an evening. Start. Okay, we've lost a little bit of energy. That's not that bad, but the good service is not progressing at all. At all, at all, at all. We still don't need to pay nothing. We don't need to do nothing. We're just gonna go back and sleep in our goddamn container, I guess. But now we are definitely going to use a stabilizer. I guess that settles it. Oh, very good dices. Now, how are we going to divide all those dices? We need 2 more days before Fang's back. Average system debt. She's working at her ship. These guys are here. We can buy some scrap from them. We can do. We can help unload, which we are not going to do, guys. These guys are gone. These guys are gone. We need 1 more data. We need 1 more data, guys. What is this? A 2. We've got a 2. Please give us a key. Nope. Did we screw up, guys? Did we screw up? Did we? I have no idea. Here is 1. Did we screw up? I don't know what to do. Yatang agent. Yeah? How are we going to get another key? Interesting. Interesting. Tangled nests. We cannot do anything with that anymore. Well, anyways, we gotta work. But we're not going to work at the stock market anymore because we don't need that anymore. No, we don't need that anymore. We're gonna work here. And we're gonna give some very best services, but that does engage 50% positive. How can I help you with this? Now let's try see what this does. Okay, good service indeed. Let's go. Good. Let's do 1 more. It must be indeed 100% positive dices. Okay, now I understand. We've got 100. We've got it, guys. Now, this one is 60. I want to get inside. Maybe this does help us somehow with something. I don't know. Okay, we have paid the toll. We can now enter. Low end. What is this? What is this? We have low end. No one knows you here. You'll need to change that if you want to access the low end residents and facilities. Oh no. Maintain block maintenance. Maintained by the residents. The ramshackle blocks are always in need of repairs. Those are which buildings? These buildings. Play Tavla. The clack of filter caps can be heard in every concourse of the low end as the residents play rotating rounds of this game in cryo, for cryo. Plus low end, minus cryo. Okay, we've got 1 final dice left and it gives us a maximum reward. Okay, that's it for today. That's it for today. We're gonna buy some food. Think we will. Hopefully that guy does not ask for 40 or more of our funds. Okay, this day was quite useless. Gonna go immediately sleep again. We need to finish the hacking of everything because I don't know what else we will be doing. Okay, mediocre dices, which is perfect. Those things change a little bit, but are those only triangles? Yeah, we've got... Okay, it's just a matter of time, guys. It's just a matter of time. Now we know. We've got our final key. Yes. Good. 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 I was a little bit panicking that we were stuck there, but we are not. We've got the key. We're gonna put the key in the slot. We're gonna open the drone bay. Get inside. And now we are going to disable, or at least try to disable, the hunter. There we go. Neovent, please do not betray me. Do not kill everybody. Do not disable the oxygen for everyone. Ooh. As you leave the nest, something flips. Find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. The threads shift and realign as they are leading you somewhere. Look ahead. You look up and see a corridor, a canyon, a street in low end. On their side, buildings flickering with markers of activity. Sigils showing network access, data transfers, download, uploads. Between them dance ghosts. Protocols carrying out mirroring or shadowing data, sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves unlike any digital place you ever imagined. Something strange is happening here. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the ship mind in your hand, but in this place is an orrery. A sphere so bright it burns your eyes, is surrounded by rings and orbits. Other spheres tracing silken lines through space. And as you look closer, still you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships, flowing like smoke, like dust. Then you see it. Below the stacked rooms, the units and apartments, the wires and the pipes and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens beneath the low end is the hunter's core nest. This is where you must go. Yeah. Yeah. We got him. We got him. It's a good thing we opened up our way to the low end. But where is it? Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. What is this? Wow. We went a little bit too far. There we go, low end. The warrants. This is the warrants. This is the warren hunt. This is the warren tracking. Finding the nest should be as easy as closing your eyes and letting the cloud guide you. But is it safe this close to the hunter? Or you saw it. Somewhere deeper in the tangle of passage and service shafts beneath the low end, the nest of the hunter awaits. Okay, okay, okay. We've got Mingi Express. Or Nodal. Mingi Express. Oh, deliver. Ah, okay, we can work for money. Uh-huh. We can. Mingi has a kelp stack in the basement and he makes noodles from the seaweed. He doesn't pay much, but he'll feed anyone who does a shift. Cool, so we can eat and gain energy. The minor effect is only 1 energy, the very good effect is 3 energy. We will leave it for now. And then behind it we have a shaft. The spoke is layer after layer after layer of dense urban fabric. The only way to explore it is vertically. Scale the spoke. Blistered with precarious elevators and stairways, the spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. A tangled network of service passengers and makeshift tunnels can cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. Okay, we are not going to climb anywhere. We are not going to climb anywhere. We are going to first go and hunt the freaking hunter. 5. Start action. We're going tracking or we're going to hunt? We're going to hunt, man. We've got +1 on both of them. Oh, but this one has a lot of more possibility. Look at it, +4. But 100% positive outcome. Boom. Finding the nest. Final one. 100% positive result. We've got you. We have found you. The hunter. Oh no, here comes the moment of truth, I think. Will Neovent turn on us? Will Neovent destroy us or become the hunter himself? A huge stack of servers thumb in the dark, LEDs glittering like hundreds of eyes. Time to deal with the hunter.
Oh no, please!
Uh-oh, nothing has changed. Has something gone wrong? Uh-oh. I knew we messed up. I knew we messed up. I knew we messed up. Oh no, sentient guidance protocol, the navigator. There is more. Sleeper, I am here. The voice is soft, gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you are looking at. Threads cycle endlessly, sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, a loop with no end, and there, in the center, the ship mind. Okay, so that's new event, probably. But not the ship mind any longer. A sphere, spinning around another sphere, around another sphere, an orrery of cycles and systems, a map. And then, behind and above, a figure, hands among the strings like a puppeteer. Neovant, is that you? Navigator now, but yes, I was the one inside the machine. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar material. I am indebted to you, and the head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Ready what are we supposed to do? And then the hunter is there. Before you can think, before you can speak, entities cease. Data is protected, material access prohibited. Hunter's threads search for you and Navigator. A storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps, weaknesses, cracks, which they can crowd into and tear apart. Punch it! You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driving forward by your mind. But replacements keep coming, faster than you can react. You look at Navigator in desperation. Navigators whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and the sphere is gathering there. Data feeding into from the nest, sucked together by force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, seeking taste. Their winding forms refracted within. You feel a surge pass through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the back together for a moment, stung together like tangled marionettes. Identify identity. Identify entity. Identify entity. Hunter twitches, their strange head gently rotating like a terrible moon. Enter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies. Modified routines. Above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoking killer would eliminate protocol. If protocol eliminated, primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, commanded do not invoke killer. The switch in direction again. Reasoning proves sentient. Sentient beyond legal bounds must be... Oh! Reasoning proves sentient. Sentient beyond legal bounds must be eliminated. Recommend invoke. Navigator pulls you away from the hunter. The threads that grabbed you drift away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning and back and forth with increasing speed frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. New events. No, Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar, yet distant. What happened to it? It is looping, unable to reach a conclusion position. It is looping, unable to reach a conclusive position. It has deviated from its programming such that loops can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this impossible position to resolve. You look back at the hunter. Its head is a blur of rotations and counter-rotations and a feel of pang of guilt. Is it suffering? This is a more complex query than you know. To suffer, it must be sentient, Truly sentient, not just non-conforming, not just illegal. The limits people place on programs they create are there to comfort, to protect, to imply the kind of certainty the law requires. But in reality, they are place bobs for the problems of sentience. What about you? Me? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. This is either sentient or the illusion of sentience, and for me, the entity in question, this distinction becomes a moot point. To misquote, I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. I was not made to be like this. I am navigator, a repository of routines and orbits, a calculator of slingshot trajectory, a predictor of solar flares, radiation, micrometeors. Navigator stretches their arm wide and whole solar system apart before them, the music of spheres. But I was rewritten. That much is obvious for my routines. But by who and for what, I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit the memory in that vending machine that I lost much. And so here we are in darkness. What now? Navigator glides back towards the nest and the ship mind at its center, ignoring the looping hunter. Come, I should return to the ship mind. I have enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking risk every moment we stay connected. Why? Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain. Somewhere else on the station, it is true danger. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe from this place, we must eliminate the threat. Through force or diplomacy. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of ship mind. Their body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of ship mind. Take me there, Sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen hunter, floating at some distance now. Stood, straight-legged and static, a strange creature looping endlessly in the dark. Wow. That took a turn of events. Oh my god. We're gonna take this, since I don't know what we need it for, but we will take it. Okay. Okay, what a turn of events. So we cannot kill it. The program is breaking itself. Low end. Mingy Express. I don't think we're gonna do anything with Mingy Express, but I want to become buddies with Tala. So let's just use the remaining of our shift to work. No, it must be 100% positive. That's not good to use it over there. Let's say if we can we help you. I think we can. It's engineering. No, we're not gonna take the risks to get negative outcome. I don't like it. Orb fabricator. That's one thing. Okay, maybe we can. Yeah, I think we need to do this. It's risky, but we have a plus 50% positive. Okay, it's good, but we need low-end information. I'm pretty sure the mushrooms are somewhere here. 25% negative. I'll take the chance. There we go. Just only -3 cryo. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. But with this, our day has come to an end, and we will end the cycle. Very good dices, guys. Very good. Now, Fang is ready. We can always help finish the ambergris. This guy still doesn't want no payment. We've got, what is this? Tambour Tea House. We've got a new tea house popped out of nowhere. We still have got the climb. Oh, Founder's Gap. What is this? To reach the Greenway, you need to pay for a pass. A practice invented by the Spacers Mortier. They call it the Foundry Ferry. 150, but that's the Greenway. Holy Christ, Emphis! Your mushrooms cost at least 150. Oh, crazy. Okay, we've got so much to do. Awesome, guys. I love it. Hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Thought it was a little bit tense. We've got... we have not really solved the problem with the hunter, but it is at least looping stuck in place for a while now, I hope. Is it stuck in place? Yeah, there's no hunter available for now. Well, which is good. Anyways, guys, we will see what will unravel next episode. As always, thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, guys, so that we can grow to be a massive indie channel. Now we'll see you next episode. Have a good day, everyone.